Shabbat Shalom, family. Good to see you all here. I hope you're all doing well. So, I just found out recently it was a pretty big crypto crash today. So, I will get to that after Sabbath. We'll try to get into that. But yeah, and from what I understand, it was a pretty massive one. And I don't know if any of you are in the Northeast. We got a nor'easter coming. It's supposed to be 40-mile-an-hour wind, 70-mile-an-hour wind gust, and it's supposed to start this weekend into Monday. And they're saying it's gonna be a lot of rain and heavy winds. So if you're in the Northeast, you will probably feel the effects of it, and I'm sure I'll have a lot of flood videos to show y'all after it's over. We'll have a lot of flood videos to show. So it's definitely a lot going on. Since 3 Atlas has made its pass, around Mars, they said the earthquakes have increased on our planet, and there were, I think, like 2 massive ones that occurred back to back. So, some people were saying, I know I was one of them. I was saying, I wonder if it's gonna increase the earthquakes, and apparently it is. So there's a lot of things going on, y'all, a lot. And boy, I hope everybody is prayed up because I think by the time we get to the end of the year, you think things are bad. Now it is gonna get far worse. So tomorrow we'll be doing the Bible study a little earlier than normal. I have to get that out of the way early, anticipating everything surrounding my son. And then we'll be doing another live stream on the federal employees, the president of the Federal Workers Union. He had a pretty fiery comeback at Donald Trump. And y'all, the mass firings have begun. So we'll get into that. So my prayers to any of my brothers and sisters that work for the federal government. I hope you are not hit with the mass firings that are coming, but they are coming. Donald Trump said if this goes on for a long period of time, the mass firings are starting and people are already getting their notifications, and is what, 10 days in? So, yeah, and I know I do have some subscribers that work for the federal government, or you're in the National Guard, or you're in the military, so all of you are gonna feel the effects of this mass layoff that he has just began. So we'll get into talking about that more tomorrow. So, y'all, one thing these folks never do is let go of the fact that we are nothing but help, or we are the sidekick while they are always the star. And I tell you what, if you are the star, you are the worst star ever. That's all I got to say. Most of you are not very good stars. So, ladies and gentlemen, you're gonna see the first video of a white man that says he looks at us as a sophisticated pet. And I said, they really do see us that way. They do. You can see it in the actions of how we are treated. But that's what and you should see what he looks like. He himself looked like a damn pet. But this is what he says. He says they look at us as a sophisticated pet. And of course, I got other videos in there, and it is just unbelievable that, I see why the Most High talks a lot of judgment on this place. I don't blame him, and I 100% agree with the Heavenly Father when it comes down to this place facing judgment. They have done so many hellish things to us. I I I don't know how do you make up for it? You can't. You can't because these folks make a concerted effort to do things to us on a regular basis for the past few centuries that we've been around each other. They don't let a day go by without some BS going on, and you can't make up for that. There is no "I'm sorry" on this planet that's gonna suffice. It is nothing but judgment that must be faced for everything that we have gone through. It's just like these, white farmers, when they voted for Donald Trump and they ended up losing their illegal immigrant workers, they thought they were over on X thinking, well, this is what they said. Black people don't have jobs. And I don't know where the hell they came up with that from. Black people don't have jobs, so they should be soon coming to replace them. We ain't coming under y'all like that anymore. Ain't nobody coming out there to do that plantation work. You better get your sunscreen on and get your ass out there. That's the only way it's going to get done. We ain't doing that backbreaking work, especially for y'all. Uh-uh. Mm-mm. Because the longer we're out there, here comes the bad treatment. Here comes the racism because we know how you operate. You can't help it. That's going to come. So let me go ahead and share my screen so we can get started. Please give me a one if you can see my screen. Thank you.
Well, realization that the Negro is a human being like anyone else.
Mr. Hasty, what did you think we were before you began to think of us as human beings?
Well, in a way, we thought of you almost as a very superior pet, something, or rather someone, we had to take care of because we had to do so much of their thinking for them. We had to do almost everything for them that, except living their own lives. Anything outside, we had to do for them.
Mrs. Lionel Legg retains the tone of a past she cherishes.
What other race/ethnicities do you believe would be there to help Black people in a race war?
Black American people, because the Caribbeans and the Africans, I don't see them standing up with us either.
Excuse the out of me.
The diaspora
Why?
ones are already going crazy. It's bad Caribbeans and African people that think that they better than Black Americans as it is. So when people from other countries come here, they are already forewarned. Stay away from them Black Americans. They're like this. They're like that. There are a lot that will stand up with us, but I'm not counting every single last one.
So what you're saying is there are going to be a group of West Indians
Yep.
who are going to look at a race war and say, I'm from Trinidad. I ain't know what I'm from Trinidad. I ain't know what's going on in Alabama and all them type of thing. Them fellas down there, that's good. I go on right out soldier.
This is interesting what I woke up to this AM.
Black men, I think we need you. I think America needs you.
Really? Why is that?
Okay, and I know it's unfair after everything this country's done to you to ask you to save it, but I think you're the only people who can.
Well, that's quite interesting because I believe that too, but under certain circumstances.
All this stuff going on with Izzy and Palestine, well, someone's got to stop them.
Oh, you're talking about them over there? Well, I do feel like it's a little messed up that they're putting them first, Izzy first. I think that's a little messed up. I don't get jiggy with that shit. He's supposed to be America first. But unfortunately, Woodrow Wilson did this shit in 1933, a long time ago. So I don't think there's no undoing that. The only person that can do that is our President Trump. And there's only one way to make that shit happen. And unfortunately, we don't have the military. We ain't got no military. I mean, we know we could become that, but we ain't that, and we ain't got the mass destruction to do it.
And anybody that says something, anytime you get a white guy or even a Jewish Jew speaking out about it, they hit them with the racist label, anti-Semitic, stuff like that.
You ain't seen what they did to Kanye West? They hit him with anti-Semitic too. But the entire world has been anti-Black Semitic against us for decades. I mean, decades. You don't know?
Black guys, you can do it. White guys, white people, they're not gonna jump on the "you're racist" train to black guys. And even if they do, I mean, come on, you can rubber glue that shit.
It's the fact for me that you feel like because we are Black, that, they're not going to call us anti-Semitic when we see that they fucking did it to Kanye. But I just got a question for you and everybody else in the world. Why the fuck y'all don't ask the Native Americans? I mean, y'all did say that this was their country, right? Right? So why won't y'all ask them? I don't think that we're going to do anything. It is time for all truth to be told. And until all truth is told about who the fuck we really are here in America, I think we need to stand down on all ends. We're not helping until y'all understand and tell people who Black people really are here in America. We need that to be told first. How we're not all from Africa. We need the truth to be told about the slave ships. We need the truth to be told about how many people actually did come up in this motherfucker and invade the indigenous people. And newsflash, it's not going to take a Black man to save America. It's going to take a Black woman. Melanated woman, strong melanated woman. And I'm not talking about a Black woman who has Indian in her from Pakistan or, who is like an Obama. I'm speaking of full-blooded American indigenous melanated woman who have the spiritual gift. It's going to take her. Her can do it. I mean, shit is not called Mother Nature for nothing. But see, you only thinking on physical terms, baby. I'm thinking on spiritual. Anywho, ask the people that think that this is their country and this is their land, the Native Americans. Go ask them hoes to save it. I mean, after all, they're the ones that helped y'all steal the land from us. We don't get shit. They the ones that get paid. Go ahead. Y'all taxpayer dollars go to them fake motherfuckers. The motherfuckers that's from everywhere but America. The Native Americans. Go ask them. Don't ask the indigenous man. Go ask the government form Native Americans. Corby said it.
I have a colleague who is a Black woman, and she is a teacher. And she told me that there is this growing trend where a lot of white mothers are telling their white children that if they, as the mother, are not around, and the child is in trouble, to go and find a Black woman to help them. And I think this is good advice to children, actually. I think it's good advice to children of all backgrounds and races, that if they are ever in trouble, they're able to find a Black woman to help them. That is the most reliant person in the crowd to be able to support them and to treat them with the care that they would need and deserve in that moment. And if you're still watching this and you are not a Black woman, I invite you to consider why that's good advice. And how can we make shifts in the world around us so that our power structures put those in power who are the most safe for our most vulnerable?
Had to jump on here real quick because I just had a scary ass thought. This for my brothers, and I'm talking about brothers who got, if you have daughters anywhere between 16 and 30, I guess, or 16 to the late teens and the early and late 20s. I got a question for you. Are you prepared for your daughter's whole phase? I'm dead serious. Are you prepared for your daughter's whole phase? Because all I keep seeing and hearing on the internet, the web, recently is that 40 and 50-year-old black women are saying that all of these women should go through a whole phase as part of their, I guess, aging or development. So I just want to know, black men, because the shit scared the hell out of me. I used to think it was the fear of them being around a bunch of dudes. Now I'm like, I don't want my daughters talking to no 40 and 50-year-old woman that's going to be advising her of a whole phase. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they need a whole phase. I ain't never been a woman, but it's hard for me to see myself okay with my daughters going through a whole phase. What y'all think, man? Is these 40 and 50-year-old black women right saying that these girls need a whole phase? Am I tripping? Help me out.
I just seen a TikTok where this lady was describing how society is trying to reframe black women being a mammy and being the help. They're trying to reframe it into, oh, I'ma always listen to a black woman. If a black woman validates it, or if a black woman says it, I'ma trust it immediately. Or, you know, if you need help, find a black woman because they'll always help you. Like, they're trying to make us feel good and like boost our ego about being overly empathetic, unconditionally loving to people who would never do the same for us. Honestly, I'm so glad I seen that video because I could feel myself going down that rabbit hole of like, yeah, we are the most empathetic in this world. Like, yeah, we are the most helpful. We are this and that. But in the same breath, being the most helpful comes with the burden of people just using you for your help. I don't want people to come to me for help just because they know I'm gonna unconditionally help anybody that comes in my vicinity. You know what I mean? So as black women, we have to be really careful how we see ourselves, what type of compliments and ego boosting that we allow to get into our own minds, because slavery can easily and is easily reframed into they did it because they want to do it. Like at one point, slavery was seen that way. Like we were slaves because we wanted to be. So don't let your ego get in the way of you having boundaries and letting people know I'm not your emotional outlet. I'm not your therapist. Don't come to me for help because I'm not going to help you. Like, and honestly, this sounds heartless, but we live in a society where people literally feel entitled to using us for whatever they want to use us for.
Did y'all see the video with the white man asking black people to step up and save America? Excuse me, sir. Didn't we try to sound the alarm and tell y'all that the competition that happened in November of last year, if you voted for the wrong person, what was going to happen? See, black people are the originators of all skin folk ain't kinfolk. We know that just because somebody look like you doesn't mean they have your best interests. So y'all, now your livelihood is affected, your business is affected, your family are affected. So now y'all are concerned and scared and worried and want us to step up and save y'all. And you know what's going to happen right after we save y'all? I mean, do we look like the Black Avengers? Right after we save y'all, y'all can go back to doing the same thing. So absolutely not. This is the consequences of your actions, and y'all are going to have to sit with it. In the black community, there's a saying that I'm sure a lot of y'all have heard: you will be okay once the swelling goes down.
You want to know why they say if you're ever in trouble that black people are the ones you want to go to? Because black people are the ones who are really of God. And isn't it funny that a person on TikTok used ChatGPT and asked them, like, if you were to be any race, what race would you be? And they said black. Because as much as white people and white ideology tries to make it seem like white is better, white is mutation, bitch. Go study the genetics of white people and look at their skin. It literally tells you it's a mutation from years and years and years. Like, if you look at the sun, I'm black. I still get fucking tan, bitch. Just saying. So melanin is there. You're determined to actually always get melanin. But my point is not to shit on white people today. My point is because of the fact I watched a video of a social experiment of a little kid getting kidnapped. Now, the only people who actually helped were 2 black men and this 1 white woman. Now, it's kind of funny because my other point was I don't like when black men go to white women as if they're superior than black women. Because a lot of the time, black men, when they date white women, it's because of the fact they hate black people or just being black themselves, especially the black mother. So they end up doing the opposite because that's how most people are. That's psychology for you, by the way. Most people do the opposite of what they are, trying to do exactly what they're doing. It's just human nature. Either way, though, it's not about the race thing to me today. No, it absolutely is. I'm not gonna lie. It's absolutely about race. People always try to be like, it's not about race, it's not about race. Yes, it is. Because even in Hispanic culture, they have a thing where the darker complexion you are, the more like racism you're going to receive simply because you're a darker complexion, more like a black person. So it's a thing in majority of all cultures, okay? The darker complexion you are, which is more black, the more black you are, the more racism you will receive. The more bitterness you will receive is how I like to say. Because why do people hate you based off your skin? Well, I don't know. They know something you don't know. And this is what you should know. Black people have a natural heart of gold. That's why I think it's so interesting when I find evil black people. I'm like, oh, you need to get an exorcist immediately. Because that spirit that you have is not yours. It's been from the world created around you and you've allowed it to make you that. That's how I feel about my parents. That's how I feel about my mom. And I can tell you anybody who feels this way I feel about, it's because they have not believed in God. Like God will definitely come back as a black man. You cannot tell me otherwise. That's why I feel like I've never felt like God was actually a woman to me. I feel like God is a black man. I feel like God is a black man who created multiple children. And look at us, bitch. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of like all over the place. But the point though is that like black people though, we really are the ones that people are afraid of because like we just have true intuition and divinity. Like if that black person actually has some type of education and spiritual and religious, I say and religious, cultivation to them, they're actually a good sound person. I feel like those are the best people to actually have a good place in this world. And if it's not like all educational, they've had a lot of situational environmental things that created them to have enough justice. Like as much as I should talk my baby daddy, and will probably if you ever hear me, I can't always should talk down him because he actually is still a good justice person because if he grew up in Atlanta and Atlanta is not a good place, babe, we know that. So his sense of justice is still there and I appreciate that because like when it comes to women and stuff, he don't play like he like you over here date raping babes. I'm like, date rape you, nigga. No, I'm just kidding. But like, that's the point though. Like black people are about justice. We do not deal with injustice because not even just about our own culture. I think that's why it's so funny that we have been enslaved because it's like, damn, black people, like you really allow somebody to enslave you? How the fuck did you not kill them? Like, what dumbass nigga allowed us to get enslaved? Because I do not think that it really like, how? We are so powerful, but at the same time, I know exactly how. We are dumb sometimes. I see black people and I think the reason why we do not succeed as a race is because we're always trying to divide ourselves. And I'm a victim of it too. Like I literally will sort of divide the women and men and stuff. But I know at the end of the day it's because I just observe the difference of what things are and move about it. A lot of the time, people in the black race don't want to be black. A lot of black men don't even care to be black. But instead the fact of being black. I love that I was more whitewashed growing up, I guess, and developed into like, I want to be a black woman. I do not want to be white. Like that is not my identity. I'm not one of those black girls who grew up in the suburban area and was like, I'm gonna be white my whole life. Like I may have adapted to the environment, but I have never wanted to be white. My idea was always being me and just adapting to who I am, what I am. And my stepdad, like, even though we don't have the best relationship, he has always told me, like, I am black and I am beautiful and I'm smart. I already kind of have like two strikes against me. So and I'm a woman. So like, I really gotta be watching out more, which really meant watching out for themselves. But the point though is that I don't understand how people don't understand that black people, black women, always, and yes, if anyone feels offended about it, well, it's because you're not black. I don't know what to tell you. Like I don't like we have whole history of if you're in America, please shut the fuck up. Let me have my moment. Please let black people have their moment for once. Like, please don't make me go on your page and start saying mean things. Because I will and message you. I don't care, bitch. Block me before I do.
YT man got on the internet. Hey, black men, stand up. Help. Oh, we been standing. Oh, we been good. We good. We good. No. You want to know why we would never help you? Okay. Redlining. You want me to keep going? Mass incarceration. You want me to keep going? War on drugs. You want me to keep going? The war on families. You want me to keep going? COINTELPRO. You want me to keep going? Okay. Let's go there. Tamir Rice. You want me to keep going? Henrietta Lacks. You want me to keep going? Malcolm. You want me to keep going? King. You want me to keep going? Asada Shakur. You want me to keep going? Tupac Shakur. West Side the best side. You want me to keep going? Tasteism in the medical field. You want me to keep going? Tasteism in the education field. You want me to keep going? Police brutality. You want me to keep going? Tasteism in criminal justice. You want me to keep going? Because I can keep going. Tulsa. You want me to keep going? Rosewood. You want me to keep going? Nah, you don't want me to keep going. Go ask the other folks. They might help. Go ask the other ones. They'll help. Go ask the other people. Just don't ask the black men. I know we the kings. I know.
All right, y'all. Man, I just can't get past that. Oh, tell your kids. I mean, and these are people of all different races are telling their kids, if something happens, find a black woman. So what are we, the mammies of the world? Nah, y'all ain't doing that mess to us. I'm sorry. You know, a lot of kids carry cell phones these days. Make sure when they get in trouble, they have the ability to dial 911. That's my best advice to you. We are not the protectors of the world's children, and you're not going to put that burden on us either. Sorry. Give them a cell phone and tell them to call 911. Make sure they know how to dial you if you're at work. That's what you do. But putting the burden of your children on us, I don't think so. Because when our black children are in trouble, you know what y'all do? What was it? We had one that knocked on the door innocently looking for his siblings and got shot in the face. See, that's what you do to our children. Okay? Or they knock on your door because they're lost and you come out with a gun. That's the kind of stuff y'all do with our children. So no, your children is not going to get the red carpet from us by our kids get a load of garbage from you. No. No. So it's a new day and it's time for y'all to start teaching your children other means of protecting themselves when they're out there and not lean on a black woman. Sorry, that is not an option. Mhm. In Unity 2025, if you remember, back during Jim Crow and slavery, they even lynched children. They didn't have no problem serving our children to alligators. So no, your children is not going to get warmth and safety while you trample all over our children. It's not going to happen. Mm-mm. Not going to happen. Okay, so I have some quantum solace. There's no such term as Semitic. The real term of the word is Shemitic. Noah had 3 sons, Japheth, Ham, and Shem. Yeah, I've been saying that for many years. And you know what them idiots be saying? Oh, well, the H is silent. That is a damn lie. That is a damn lie. Okay, that's just like the word she, which is part of Shemitic. So we gonna say she and not she. Come on. The H is not silent. That's some BS y'all came up with. It's not silent. It's not silent. EW49, thank you for the super sticker. And thank you, Quantum Solace, for your support for my channel. G. Bowman Jr., divine justice is recompense now and forever. Yep, you ain't never lie. Thank you for your support for my channel. And let me just scroll down a bit. Quantum Solace. Yesteryear's price is not today's price. Esau need to stand on his own 2 feet. Yes, absolutely. We cannot put on a cape and save the world. And I'm not interested in saving this world, nor am I interested in saving some of these retrobate people that has nothing to do with the Most High, hate his children, but when it's convenient, they want to communicate with us. I have no interest in these folks at all. Mhm. So, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and conclude. I want to thank each and every one of you for your prayers for my son. I deeply appreciate it. You know, I don't require anything. Like I said, your prayers are great because our prayers have actual value. The Most High listens to his children. So prayers are always powerful. So I thank you all. And, you know, we're not out of the woods with him yet, but I'm hoping that we will be real soon. So, y'all, be on the lookout for the Bible study. And like I said, and I also have a live stream about the federal workers and how they are about to be former employees. Donald Trump has already begun the mass firings. So I will see you then. Please enjoy the rest of your night. And may the Most High keep his blessings on each and every one of you. Shabbat Shalom, family.